My name is Paul Friedman. I founded the Marriage Foundation, and I would like to help you, if at all possible. So what I want to do first is I want to read an email that we received at the Marriage Foundation. Her name is Barbara, and she writes, "I only knew my husband for 6 weeks before we got married. It's been 2.5 years now, and I almost feel like a stranger to him. He is not a loving nor an affectionate person, not even when we are intimate. I've had a drug problem in my past, and it's resurfaced 2 years ago till now. I'm going to classes and a counselor to get over my problem. Every day, my husband points out my problem, talks about it, and criticizes me. I feel like he needs to be more supportive, loving, and affectionate, and I'd be happier and stronger and be able to stay recovered. I feel starved for love and attention." So this is very deep. And everything in the Marriage Foundation for helping marriages is based on principles. I began the Marriage Foundation after I developed a system based on principles to help marriages, because before I was helping marriages, I was a divorce mediator, and I saw many marriages that should not have folded. So there's a few principles in here that are important for you. I'm not going to lecture you. Obviously, what is the best approach is to get married to someone who you thoroughly know, not just fall in love and get married, or because of circumstances, which happens often, get married. So there's a couple of problems in Barbara's marriage, but these are problems that she is having, and she needs to deal with it. First of all, understanding why people get into drugs and alcohol. And I know there's a lot of papers written on it, and a lot of reports done and studies done. And perhaps my view of this is philosophical, and it's just my point of view, meaning an opinion. But I'm going to share it with you, and you decide whether it makes sense for you. My belief is that the people who do, and she mentioned this, that people who do feel love have no need, no desire for drugs or alcohol. They don't even want to take those in because it'll disrupt the feelings of love, because they're completely counter. It's ironic, isn't it? We feel starved for love, could call it for attention, friendship, being respected, being accepted, and so we turn to drugs and alcohol. Why? So we could numb ourselves and not feel the pain of these things so strongly. I firmly believe that that's true. I don't know that there can be studies done to support this contention, but I have no question about it. In my mind, what do you think? So then you see there's a quandary here, because Barbara's saying, I feel starved for love and attention. He's not giving it to me. And so what she's doing is she's making him responsible for her not staying sober, which is not a good place to be, because then you're depending on the outer conditions, and here's what's important whether we get into the drugs and alcohol or not. The outer conditions of our life should not determine love. Now, you may have gotten married too young. You may have gotten married to someone who you didn't know well. That doesn't stop you from changing yourself into someone who is happy regardless of the outer circumstances that are the result of this error in judgment. And why? What can you do? Here we go to one of the principles about love that is not commonly understood. Love is not something that you can produce. It's not something that you can really own. There's an old saying, it's bigger than the both of us. Love is something that is more real than any material thing there is, but it's spiritual in nature. Love exists. For those who understand on a deep level, it could be said that God is love. Love is God. Because that feeling is an overwhelming feeling when you do feel it. And the question is, where do you get it? And the answer is, and I'm going to share something with you that is in my courses for women and my course for men, that is very important to understand, because most people think, I'm not loved. They don't love me. What am I doing here? They miss this very important principle. You cannot feel love from someone else anyway. Now, the indicators will be there when somebody loves you, but your mind, because it's also connected to your physical body, so biologically your mind is in a survival mode all of the time. That's our natural existence, because we're listening to our mind. We're souls. We're listening to our mind, which is listening to our body instead of to love. So, I'm going to give you something to test, to try, so you can see for yourself what I'm talking about. Go outside. Find a bird, a dog, a cat, I don't care. Some creature that is natural. And open your heart to that creature. Just give it love. Love it. Decide, use your power of free will and volition, which is the exercise of free will, to give love. Now, the reason I say find an animal or a bird, birds are wonderful because they're so free, is because your mind will not retaliate. It will not find anything to defend itself against in that scenario. So you're able to love freely, completely, wholeheartedly. And do it for a few minutes. Don't be distracted. Keep bringing your mind back and give that love and give that love and watch what happens. You will start to feel love. Will you feel loved with an ED at the end? Why not? Love is like an ocean. You immerse yourself in it. So feel that love. Now, by doing this experiment, you understand that love isn't felt by receiving it, because those birds or dogs or cats don't love you back. You feel the love only because you're giving it. Think of yourself as a channel for that love. And the more you give, the more you experience. Now you have this experiment. It works the same for your husband or your wife. You have to get rid of the expectation that they're going to love you. And obviously this is part of your marriage problem, is you're not feeling the love. So this is how you do it. See, I'm bringing it down to the essence of the problem. It's a problem because there is a reasonable expectation that when you're married, you should feel happier every single day, and you should feel ever-expanding love. These are the reasonable expectations, but you have to do what's correct to manifest those two beautiful things that you won't find anywhere else in life. So in her case, in Barbara's case, she's already been married for 2.5 years. This is not a new marriage. If she were only married for 3 months, and it was actually her husband who was having the drug problem, I'd say bail. You made a mistake. Who knows? Probably was left out. We got drunk and got married. So if it's a short time, and if there's no children, you don't need to burden yourself with someone who is on drugs and alcohol. And if you yourself are on drugs and alcohol the way she is, and she's not able to get past it, and it's very tough, because these physiological addictions are tough, then you need to go find yourself first before you commit to marriage. Because the purpose of marriage is not to struggle together. This is false information that we have in our society. Yes, you struggle together against outer adversaries that affect your marriage, you as a couple, but you're not supposed to be in an adversarial relationship. You're supposed to get married for love and for happiness. So I hope this was helpful. You have so much more power than you think you have, because we're not taught these things. It's very valuable to subscribe to this channel and learn more about marriage. Get a feel for what it should be. You could read one of my books. If you're a woman, you could take the course for women, which is a tremendous self-help course in the context of marriage. But the whole goal is happiness, ever-expanding love. You're supposed to have a smooth, positive, wonderful marriage. And if you're a man, you get the course for men. Same thing. It's a self-help course in the context of marriage. Don't be discouraged. Life is tough primarily because we don't learn how to live life. But marriage is a microcosm within life that mimics life in so many ways. So when you get your marriage right, your whole life will be right. And we wish only that for you. Blessings to you, blessings to your spouse, blessings to your family. Thank you for spending time with me. God bless.